Now let us take another problem. For sin x cos x plus 2 sin x plus 2 cos x plus 1 equals to 0. Solve for x means the general solution. So what we are trying to do here is, let me just factorize. Let us take 2 sin x common. So 2 cos x plus 1 plus, you know the factorization, right? So I'm just factorizing the given equation. So we are getting therefore either 2 cos x plus 1 equals to 0 or 2 sin x plus 1 equals to 0. So for the first one we are getting 2 cos x plus 1 equals to 0 implies cos x equals to minus half, which is nothing but cos 2 pi by 3. Therefore x is nothing but 2n pi plus minus alpha, that is 2 pi by 3. This is the general solution where n belongs to any integer. And for the second one, 2 sin x plus 1 equals to 0 implies sin x equals to minus half. Is it clear? Now sin x equals to minus half, you can write this thing as sin minus pi by 6. Is it clear? Therefore your x can be written as n pi plus minus 1 whole to the power n minus pi by 6. So it can be written as n pi minus 1 whole to the power n pi by 6. Is it clear? Now you see, somebody can give the answer in this form. Somebody can write the answer in this way also. That is why I told you in the beginning that it may so happen that whatever answer you are getting may not match with the answer given in your book. So in this case, somebody can write in this way, this minus half, they can write it as sine 7 pi by 6. Am I correct? Pi plus pi by 6 gives you 7 pi by 6. Is it clear? So somebody can write in this way also. So your answer will be x equals to, in that case, n pi plus minus 1 whole to the power n into 7 pi by 6. That will be your final answer in that way. Is it clear? Whether you leave the answer here or here, it doesn't matter. But generally, what is advisable is that you must take the value of that ratio nearby the origin. Nearby the origin. You see minus half, nearby the origin it will be minus pi by 6. And it will be far away, 7 pi by 6 will be far away from the origin. Therefore, it is advisable to take this one. But if you take this value also, then also you are going to get the same answer. Maybe the form may be different, but the actual answer will be the same. That is, the values of x that you will get from here as well as from here, you will get exactly the same. Is it clear to all of you? Have you understood this problem clearly? Now let us move forward. Another problem. Question number 6. Solve for x if 2 sin x minus cos x 1 plus cos x equals to sine square x. Is it clear? Now, in the right hand side we are having sine square x, which can be replaced by 1 minus cos square x. So I'm taking in the left hand side. 1 minus cos square x can be written as 1 minus cos x into 1 plus cos x, and taking 1 plus cos x common. So we are left with 2 sin x minus cos x minus 1 plus cos x equals to 0. So when 1 plus cos x equals to 0, so in that case we are getting cos x equals to minus 1. Now you see, cos x equals to minus 1. This within the principal value, that is from 0 to 2 pi, you are going to get only one value, which is nothing but your pi. Am I correct? So if cos x equals to -1, we will simply write x equals to only one value we are getting, pi. So it's pi plus 2n pi. Is it clear to all of you? As I told you that if you are going to get only one value within the principal range, then you are just going to write down that principal value plus you add up the period along with n in that equation to get the general solution. So in this case, your x will be nothing but 2n pi plus pi, or else you can do this thing 2n plus 1 pi. Is it clear to all of you? Where n is nothing but belongs to integer. Now from the second part we are getting 2 sin x minus 1 equals to 0, that implies sin x equals to half, that implies sin x equals to sin pi by 6, that is 30 degrees, that implies x equals to n pi plus minus 1 whole to the power n pi by 6. Is it clear? So these are the general solutions for the given equation. Is it clear to all of you? Have you understood this? Now let us take another problem. Write it down. The number of solutions of the equation, sin 5x cos 3x equals to sin 6x cos 2x in the interval 0 to pi. So find out the number of solutions of the equation this in the interval 0 to 0 to pi. So all we have to do is we have to find out how many number of solutions are there within this range 0 to pi. So what I'm doing in the given equation, I'm multiplying 2 in both sides. So in the left hand side we are applying the formula 2 sin a cos b, which is sin a plus b plus sin a minus b equals to sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. So all we are getting here is sin 4x minus sin 2x equals to 0, implies 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2 equals to 0. Is it clear? Now either this is equals to 0 or this is equals to 0. When sin x equals to 0, we are getting x equals to, let me just solve this one, not by using the standard general solution formula. Let us try to solve it by graphical method. Sin x equals to 0 and our range is 0 to pi. So it can be easily seen that from 0 to pi, sin x is 0 at x equals to 0 and at x equals to pi. Therefore, we got the two solutions from this equation. One is 0, another one is pi. You can use the standard general solution and you can find out also. Okay. Now, in the second case, we are getting cos 3x equals to 0. Okay. Now you see your x is lying between 0 to pi. So 3x will lie between what? 0 to 3 pi. Now let me draw the graph of cos x from 0 to 3 pi. 2 pi, then 3 pi, right? Now from this graph, we can easily see where cos x equals to 0. Cos x equals to 0 in how many number of points? Cos x equals to 0 is, cos 3x equals to 0 is at this point, and at this point. Is it clear? So we are having 3 such points from cos 3x equals to 0 within this range 0 to pi, where it will satisfy the given equation. Therefore, from here we are getting 3 solutions. From the previous one we got 2 solutions, from here we are getting 3 solutions. Therefore, total number of solutions will be 5 in this case. Okay, so for this equation within this range there will be 5 solutions. So can I wipe it off? Okay, one more thing, let me just tell you, somebody can ask me this question, that what will be these points? Can you tell me? What will be these points? See how we solve this one. Here your 3x is lying from 0 to 3 pi. We have treated this 3x as my theta. So in this case, we have considered that cos theta will be 0 in those cases. Now, if we want to find out those points, how we will find out? See, this point for cos theta equals to 0, this point is nothing but pi by 2. That is, your theta is pi by 2. Now, theta is what? 3x. So, it's pi by 2 implies x is nothing but pi by 6. Is it clear? Similarly, we can find out this. This point is what? It is 3 pi by 2. Okay, so theta is 3 pi by 2. Theta means 3x is 3 pi by 2. Is it clear? Therefore, x is what? Nothing but pi by 2. Is it okay? So, x is nothing but pi by 2 in this case. What about this point? This point is what? Theta equals to 5 pi by 2. That is, 3x equals to 5 pi by 2 implies x is nothing but 5 pi by 6. So, this point will be 5 pi by 6. Have you understood this? So, you can find out the points also. Okay. Now, let us move for another problem. Solve for x root 3 cos x plus sin x equals to root 2. Okay. Now, whenever you get a question like this, which is in the form of a cos x plus b sin x equals to c, or it can be a sin x plus b cos x equals to c. Whenever this kind of problem comes, all we do is we divide both sides by root over of a square plus b square. Is it clear? So, from the first one we will get a by under root a square plus b square cos x plus b by under root a square plus b square sin x, which is equals to c by root over a square plus b square. Okay. Now, to convert this, the left hand side, to convert the left hand side in terms of cos, if it is required, if we want to convert it in terms of cos, all we do is we take this thing as my cos theta. So, this thing will be your sin theta. Or the other way around, if we want to convert it in terms of sine, then we will take a by this part as your sin theta and b by this part as your cos theta, so that we will get the formula of sin a plus b. Is it clear? Okay. Now you see in this case also, it is in the like the first form. So all we will do is we will divide both sides by a square plus b square, that is nothing but 2. So what we are getting? Root 3 by 2 cos x plus half sin x equals to root 2 by 2. So this part will give you what? If I want to convert this thing in terms of cos, so what we are going to get? Cos x cos pi by 6 plus sin x sin pi by 6 equals to 1 by root 2. So we are getting cos x minus pi by 6 equals to 1 by root 2, which is nothing but your cos pi by 4. So from here we are getting x minus pi by 6 is nothing but 2n pi plus minus pi by 4. Is it clear to all of you? So from here we are getting n belongs to z, that is obvious. 2n pi plus minus pi by 4 plus pi by 6. Is it clear? Now, first you take the plus sign. So pi by 4 plus pi by 6. So we are getting what? 2n pi plus it's 5 pi by 12, okay? And then you take minus pi by 4, pi by 6 is there, so we are getting what? So that gives you 2n pi minus pi by 12. Is it clear? Therefore, the general solution is x equals to 2n pi plus 5 pi by 12 or x equals to 2n pi minus pi by 12 where n belongs to any integer. Have you understood this problem? So we must remember this form to solve this kind of problems.